Hello, this is Valerie at MyScrapChick, and today I'm putting together the new snowman popcorn wrap. And these little wraps have slide-on belly bands, and when you slide them off, you open this up, and inside you're going to find a full-size package of microwave popcorn. And this is a fun way to give a Christmas treat. The belly band slides back on, and we're going to get started here with the video. So first we're going to start with the front cover, and the front cover, it's got the snowman on there, and I'll start with putting on the back layer. Let's slide these things out of the way. So there's a hinge on this side, and then there's the front cover. This is going to fold back when it's put together, this hinge over here. But we'll fold that flat and that while we put this layer on. And we want to line this up along these three edges, simply because it's easier to see. And now we'll put on the hinge, or excuse me, the binding that goes on the side here. And then next, I'm going to work with the snowman. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this black backing and glue it to the back of the snowman himself. So I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to put glue along these edges. I like to apply it to the white portion of this so that I don't accidentally get some glue on the black that shows through. And the black is a little bit smaller, and that's so that it hides itself well when it's put on the front cover. Now we're going to have the snowman on here, but what I want to do before I put him on is I want to put the hat on first, because that way it's going to give me a way to line up the snowman. So we'll put the hat on here. And there's these edges here where you can line the edge of the hat up. And when those are lined up, then the snowman fits in perfectly where he's supposed to go, which is going to be right here. There we go. And now that we have him on there, I've included a piece that allows you to do the hat in a patterned piece, or you can leave it blank. That way it'll just be the same color as the rest of the background there. But we're putting a piece of the pattern paper on here to give it some oomph. Now he has this little tongue that's going to go on the inside of his mouth, and that goes right down here. And I have added blush to his cheeks. To do that, I just used some chalk and a Q-tip and rubbed it on there, and I kind of kept it up here towards the edges because he's going to have his head is turned up. So now the nose will go right about there, and we've got two little buttons on the front here. Now we're going to do the piece of popcorn that's going to be the palm for his hat. And I put this light colored layer on top of the brown backing. Make sure I got that lined up right. Push that down, and now when I put this on, I'm only going to put glue on the bottom half because the palm pops up a little bit off of the page. So I just put it halfway down. And you can double check them when you make sure you don't have glue flowing over. Okay, now that part is ready. One of the optional things you can do is add these snowflakes. And I like adding the snowflakes. This is also nice to have a fine tip glue bottle. Whoop. There you go. And we'll set that aside and work on the back inside cover. And the back is going to have both the pocket now we'll just put this decorative panel on, and we're putting this on the inside of the back cover. And we'll line that up along the three edges here. And when we got the score line here, this is going to be folded up. And then we'll add this piece for the binding. Okay, that part's done. Now what I want to do before I start working on the pocket and adding it, I want to attach the back cover to the front cover, because this is the easiest way to do it as well before adding the pocket. So what I got here, the front cover, this hinge is folded back, this one is folded up, and I'm going to put glue along here so that I can actually put glue along there so I can slide this right in and line it up easily. Take this, line it right up in there. And then I can fold that down and make sure that's in there real well, lined up nice. There you go. So I'm going to set this aside and let this finish drying while I work on the pocket. And the pocket has its decorative panels also. So we're going to put these on 3 sides. And if you have a hard time seeing, because this is on a black background, sometimes just going ahead and folding along the score lines first makes it a little easier to see those things. Line up that one, and I think I have the wrong one for the bottom. I need the longer one. Hang on. Okay, here we go. This is the piece that goes along the bottom. It's a little longer than these side pieces. I'm going to put that on there. Here's the front panel. And now I'm going to add the purple decorative front layer. Okay, and now for this inside portion, you can, I included the optional message panel that if you want to add this, you can write your own message on there, stamp it. And I also included another snowflake, so you can just use that to decorate the inside. Get that tiny little piece out of there. So I think on this one I'm going to add it right in the center. On second thought, I'm going to put it up here because I probably will end up adding a message. Okay, now we're going to fold along all these score lines for the pocket. And these two tabs we're going to adhere. Okay, and then when those tabs are dry, and make sure they're dry and in place, we're going to fold this over, and we're going to put glue up under here, and then we'll push this down and put some glue on there too. Hold that down. Okay, and now we're going to take this and line it up. And what I want to do is I want to add this, attach it at the very bottom. And then just close to the edge there. And I like to take a ruler and get inside here to press down and get that glue adhered well. Okay, now while we let that sit and finish drying, we'll put together the belly band. Get all the pieces here for that. First thing I'll do is attach the decorative strip. We want to line that up right in the center. And then on the popcorn, I'm going to add the popcorn to this backing. But what I wanted to show was how I used the ink pad to shade the popcorn. First, I'm going to make sure I've got the right side, and then I've just taken this is a color box chalk, and it's yellow cadmium, and I just really boldly ink. It just adds that realistic look to the popcorn. The one thing I will tell you, if you're using any ink pads with cadmium, you want to wash your hands afterwards. And so, whoop. I don't remember what the issue is with cadmium, but I remember reading a long time ago that it is one of those that you don't want to keep on your skin. Now that we have the popcorn lined up, we're going to put the popcorn box together. I just put glue along all the white strips. And then I'm going to line it up to this red piece. So the bottom is going to line up right there, and same with the top. That way you'll see the red edges of the popcorn box. And now I'm going to add the popcorn to the popcorn box, and when I do that, I just go along half of the popcorn on the back here on the brown side, because I'm only going to put it halfway down on this popcorn box, and I can flip it over. See, I've got a little more glue there, so I'm going to slide it down a little bit. Now that that's on there, I'm going to attach the popcorn box to the belly band, and the very bottom edge of this white is going to go along the top of the belly band. So what I do is I flip this over, and I only run the glue down to here, and just a small strip. And then I flip it over, and when I line up that bottom piece there, then I know I'm not going to get glue. Too far up there. So now that that's attached, now we're going to add the popcorn to this box. Okay, get our bag of popcorn and slide that in there. Close it up. And we're going to put this belly band on. I'm going to put the mittens on last, because again, it's easier to line up once the belly band is on. And I gently fold this all the way around to the back. And on the back, what I do is I put glue on this end of the band, and then on the underside, I put it on that end. That way when we fold it closed, it's got a good seal. Let that dry. Okay, and then flip this back over. Okay, and now I am planning to write a different message on this one. The pattern will come with a print and cut for the sentiment on the front. It's going to come in a JPEG, or excuse me, in a PNG that you can import into your print and cut software. And if you're not comfortable with the print and cut software, I'm also putting it on the very last page of the PDF, so you can print it out on cardstock with your home printer and then hand cut. There's also a blank tag if you want to do what I'm going to be doing, which is I'm going to be stamping a different greeting on here. But for now, I'm going to line this up, and then I'll add this to the front of the popcorn box. Okay, so now that the popcorn is on there, we know where everything's going to be. Now I'm going to add the mittens, and I like to do that after I have everything put together, because I want to line up the mittens on the very edge. Just makes it easier to save this part to last. There you go. He's holding his popcorn. And there's the snowman popcorn wrap. The belly band will slide off and on. And we've got the popcorn inside. We also have this same concept for the popcorn box in a Santa design. And we also have the penguin. So you can look for those in the store. And I hope you enjoy. Have a Merry Christmas.